Okay, this is Paula, and today I'm going to be showing you how to take a single image and put it into a post. And this image has a lot of text on it. I'm going to show it to you right now. It has, you can tell it has just all this text. And when you're dealing with images like this online, there's a law that says that you have to put all this text into a certain field so that a screen reader can read it for the visually impaired. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. So I'm going to move this image aside, shrink it down a bit so I can still see it and refer to it when I want to pull that text out and put it into the alt text field. Okay, so I'm going to go to my back end. I'm in all posts right here in this website. I'm going to make a new post, and I'm using the Divi theme put out by Elegant Themes, a company in Australia. And I'm going to use the Divi Builder. Come down. I'm going to load it from the library. I have a template that I use that I've already built for them. And my custom templates go in the Add From library. It's Announce an Event. But I'm just going to load a single image. So I'm going to take the text out because I don't want text. I just want a single image. And I don't want it to be this small. I want it to be the entire width. So I'm going to change this from 2 columns. I'm going to change this row from 2 columns to a single column. And this is the button right here that we use to do that. So if you pop that button, you'll see that we have all these layout options. And right now we're using this layout option 1/3 and 2/3 for 2 columns. I'm going to change it to a single column. And the image has spread itself apart into 1 column full width, almost full width. There's actually a little bit of edge in the program. So here I'm going to, in my template, I have this lady's image. So I'm going to upload this image. Oh, see, I've already done it. I'm doing this again for you guys. So I'm going to upload this image. And what I did is, so that's the file name that populated up. But here's the alt text field. And what we have to do is we have to get all that text right here for the visually impaired, for their screen readers. So let me show you how to do that. You're going to take a look at your image. Then you're going to use a text writer, and it can be the PC. On a PC, it'll be that little text tool that you use. I can't remember the name of it right now, but just a simple little, not Microsoft Word, because that will add code. You want something that is strictly characters. What you see is what you get. It's not going to add page returns or anything else. It's just straight code, straight characters on the screen. For example, if I type this in Microsoft Word is going to include formatting. It's going to include a return a command here. It's going to include, if I did this, it would include a paragraph command right here. Whereas if I copy and paste this into the alt text from the text edit application of Mac, it's just going to run all the characters together. So I'm copying it, and I'm going to go back here, and let me back up just a bit. The goal of a screen reader is for the visually impaired to be able to read what you are reading. So I'm not sure what the screen reader is going to say. There's a lot of different screen readers out there. So if you'll notice, I didn't say Feb. I put February. I actually wrote it out because maybe the screen reader is not going to say February when it sees FEB. You know, when you're listening to the GPS, it's not necessarily saying UTSA Boulevard when it sees a street sign that says the letters UTSA. my GPS is telling me Utsa Boulevard. So I'm not assuming that every screen reader is going to read February when it says Feb. So I actually typed the words out. $5, I actually typed the word dollar instead of putting the dollar sign in front of the 5. So you'll notice that those small details can make a huge difference for a visually impaired individual. So I did leave the number 8 as the number 8 because that's kind of obvious. It is going to read it as the number 8, but abbreviations and odd symbols like a dollar sign, I'm not real confident. So, okay, now we're going to copy and paste this text, and we're going to go back and we're going to put it in our alt text field when we're uploading the image. So we're just going to paste. And if you take your cursor and you back up through there, you see that it's pretty much not included all those returns. If we had written this in Microsoft Word, it would have included hard returns and paragraph code and all of that. But we want just straight ABCs and spaces. That's all we want. Numbers, punctuation, that's all we want. So let's set that as the image. And to take a look at what it's going to look like on our screen in the quickest way, the simplest way, we're going to click on this little eye, and it's going to show us what it looks like on the screen. There it is. Looks pretty good. So next, we're going to scroll down through here, open in Lightbox, yes, because some people want to see a bigger image. It's going to pop it up and make it a little bit bigger. We're going to name that's going to let you see what this is on the outside, and I'll show you that in a minute. Just remember that we did that. No overlay. We're going to center it, and all the rest of this we don't need. And on advanced, we need to put that copy in again. And copy is another word for, we're not going to animate it. We want everyone to see this right away and not think that they're on an empty page. Here's that image, alternative text again. So we're going to copy and paste that into here again. And we're going to put save these dates for your calendar. We'll just save these dates. This actually populates when you do the Lightbox, which is where that image, if you mouse over it, it'll pop up a little bit bigger. This is like that little text box pops up and this says save these dates. And that's it. So we're going to go back. I'm going to save. Now you see that save the date springtime is here, so you know what's in here. You don't have to open it to wonder what's inside this module. See that? So if you had another image in here, if you wanted to put another image in here, you could put another image right here and then change the name. You wouldn't have to wonder which image is in which one. Close that out. And that's the end of this video. I'm going to save my draft. Oops, I forgot to name it. So if you forget to name your draft, we'll say Mark events this spring. Events spring. That's the hyperlink that people will find on the internet. I'm going to save the draft. And there you go. So it's not published on the internet yet. It's just a draft. It's saved. And now you know how to do a significant edit for your website when you have an image that has a lot of post, and you know how to make sure that the visually impaired can read that as well. Take care. Bye-bye.